Hey there, I wanted to show you really quick sort of my process for working with multiple images created in Artistly and also in Canva. So I've pulled in this particular part of my image that I created in the Artistly program. So I've already actually gone over here and removed the background in Canva. So I do that. Okay. So, and I've already actually broken off one of these. What I do is I usually do the background first, and then I will multiply by the number of images I'm going to get from this one prompt. Um, I add that many pages after I've done the background, so I don't have to do the background every time I do it. So to speed things along, because I'm not a patient person and I want things to work out very quickly, and I know you do too. Time's money, right? Okay, so we're going to take this image, and I'm not sure why that's there. We're going to take this image and we're going to open back up in the edit photo. I'm going to click on the magic eraser. Okay, so this is what I do. And I've learned this through a lot of trial and error because I was doing it different ways. I was erasing all the stuff that was all around, like the whole thing. And I found that I can do it this way. So just take a little look. I make my brush really big because I want to do it really fast. So I've already done this one, so I can erase this one along with everything else. I'm going to work with the image in the top right corner, and see, I'm just going to go around like this. So see, I'm not actually doing that, and I actually did more than what I had to. So we'll do another one in a minute. Okay, so it's going to show it like this. We're going to click on Edit Photo again, and then let me show you how you can use the handlebars to also erase a majority of that image. Then I'm going to make it bigger to fill my screen, and then I can see if there's a little bit of stragglers. So we've got a couple of stragglers right here. Going to pop back over here, and I'm going to go in here. Okay, so when you can't really move this thing unless you try to make it a little bit bigger. So make it a little bit bigger, and then we can drag it down so we can kind of see it better. And then we can blow it up, and we can go, well, honestly, I usually don't lift my thing because that takes more time too. But we can do this, and like, I'm not sure because my screen's kind of dirty, so I'm just going to kind of do like this just in case I've missed anything. And then we're going to go back in here and see, voila, I'm not really seeing anything. Um you probably wouldn't see it if my screen was dirty, but my screen is kind of dirty. So anyway, so that's how to do that one. Let's do one more just so you can get the gist of it. And for some reason, I have this straggler here. I'm not sure how I ended up multiplying that one, I guess. So here we're back in here. I've done this one and this one, and I'm just going to show you kind of how fast you can really do these. So now let's use my little technique, and we're only going to do like right around like this. We're not going on up into the corner or anything because we don't have to. We've got to resize when we get that image back in there anyway. So, hang on just a second. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead because I can actually see these. I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Okay. We're going to go back in here and see, here's our handlebars again. We're going to pull them down. We want to get it as close to the image because that'll help when we're enlarging it. That'll help us get that. Now, I'm not sure what this little artifact right here is, but I'm going to put it back in there because I'm going to do away with it because I don't really like the way that looks. So I'm going to blow it up a little bit. Then I'm going to come over here and drag it up a little bit. And I'm going to clean this up and do this. And then, you know, I think that's supposed to be part of the leaves, but I'm just going to do that anyway. I have a tendency to kind of do that. Okay. So another thing I have learned on how to make things faster is at one point in time, I was taking each one of these images, I was copying them and then pasting them individually when I start into another file so that I could have those for my pages for my thumbnails. And then I was putting my watermark on top of it. Okay, so in a different file. So what I'm doing now is there's this little straggler again. Let's see. straggler here out of the way. Okay, so what I do now is I take, and if you will see up here, I take these bundles and, like, for instance, there was an image here that I didn't like, so I'm not including it. I erased it. And so this, I'll put my little logo here or something. This is saving a tremendous amount of time because I'm using what Artistly already created now. And I really like the groupings. They're not all straight. They're big enough that people can see them. I can still lay over. So what I'm doing is kind of just saving all of those images by selecting the pages. I move them all to the top so I can do it all in one little thing. And then when I get them in a folder, then I can pull them back in and then create a new, well, I don't even have to do that. Normally I'm just importing my logo in to fill in these little blanks, these little places here. And so that's saving me a lot of time. Like right here, I could add some more. I'll probably just put a big logo there. It doesn't really matter. Unless you get a whole bunch of pages and you run out of pages on Etsy to add the pages, I think you'll be fine with it. It still can look really good. You can put some little verbiage over here if you have one that does like this, or you may end up, sometimes I end up with having a couple of pages like this and then I merge them together. So anyway, that's just as I'm going along, but you can kind of see some of the ones I've already broken up. I've got 39 pages in here now. One of them is the little cover thing that I will pick out the images I want to put on it, but the rest of it. So we're down to now just one image. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I have done it this way. I have broken it up like this, but when you really open it up over here, it's going to show the full image and it gets confusing to me, so I stopped doing that. So I'm just going to open it back up like this. And then we're going after this image here. We're going to isolate it really quickly. Here we go. Again, we're just going to be touching the things that may show up beyond our handlebars. So there we go. I know some people have said Artistly is kind of slow, but as you can see, I'm working on these while I'm rendering at the same time. And normally if I weren't talking to you about this and showing this to you, I would actually be in here and going back and forth to my Artistly program. And you know, if it's done rendering, then you know, I make it private and file it, and then I go into the hang on just a second. I kind of lost my train of thought. Then I go into the Canva again, you know, and start working again with all of this. I'm not sure where I was seeing something, but I was seeing a little something. We'll see if it took care of it. Okay, now I know where it's at. It's over on this corner, so let's go back in here. Let's blow it up a little bit bigger, and I see it now. It's right here. Don't like that, so we're going to take that out. And the rest of it, I think is fine. Yeah, not seeing anything right there. So now we've just, you know, I was talking, so I didn't do it quite as fast, but I could have done it a lot faster. So, and now, what I did do though was I actually used my last one of the pages I had created. So I'm just going to create a new page, go over here to my uploads, and then I'm going to drag this one back over. And I always, when it's square like this, you can just drag it like that and it'll fill the whole screen. And then what I'm going to do is go back in and I need to remove that background. Really wouldn't be necessary because the backgrounds you're not going to be able to, or it's actually better to have a background for your actual pages, for your thumbnails. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I'm sure I'll be sharing my technique with you guys, because I have kind of got a system now that will save you a lot of time, and hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the Artistly program, you know, a lot. And save that money of having that monthly too. I'm really enjoying it. But anyway, bye for now.